What a woman says she wants in a man and what she actually responds to and who she chooses to be with are two totally different things. See, if you were to ask us men, what makes you fall in love with a woman? How do you know she's the right one for you? How do you know when you're ready to settle down who to choose and who to pick for the long term? We'll most likely say something to the effect of, she has to be good in bed, great sex. She has to be nurturing, feminine, kind, good with children, and good in the kitchen, able to cook and bake. Very simple, easy, we're not complex. When it comes to women, they think totally different. They don't think logical. So if you were to ask a woman, what makes you fall in love with a man? She'll most likely say something like, he has to be loyal. Now, we all know women like to be with guys who are players. They choose men based on pre-selection. So if you're hanging out with a woman and you have a girlfriend and you holding hands, we've all been there. Women look at us and want to know, why is she with him? I've had women slip me numbers when I'm hanging out with a girl when she goes to the bathroom or when she comes and talks to me. That's because she's interested. That's because women want to be with the guy who other women want. They can't help it, right? A lot of women have been with guys and they fell in love with men who are cheaters, right? They forgave men because they love them. But if you're a beta male, if you're not really attractive, she won't give you any chances. She won't give you a rope to hang yourself with. You see how it's illogical? She'll also say, I like a guy who's reliable. And you'll say, oh, cool. I'm able to be there for you. I can talk to you about anything and solve your problems. But as soon as you get on the phone with her and text her a bunch and you're always there to help her and figure things out, what happens? 99 times out of 100, you get rejected and put in the friend zone. And she goes to be with the guy who does none of that, who she doesn't hear from, who she hears from 2 to 3 times out of the week. And that's to, hey, come on over. Hey, let's hang out. What's up? You see what I'm saying? There's no heartfelt text message. That's because women respond differently to who they're really attracted to and they really, really want. So if a woman says, oh, I like a guy who's generous, who's very giving, who buys me this, who takes me here, a guy who's always there to purchase things for me, a guy who I can rely on financially. Yeah, she'll choose that guy to use and take advantage of, but who would she be with? Who does she usually fall in love with? A guy who's doing none of that. Most likely a guy who doesn't even have a job, who's in and out of work. See, women fall in love differently than us men. As a matter of fact, you can ask a woman who's married, so why do you love your husband? She'll say something like, oh, he's loyal. He's always there. He's reliable. He is able to take care of me financially. He gives me a good life. He bought me a home. See, she doesn't really love him. She loves what he's able to provide for her and give to her. So when all that runs out, or he get laid off, or he's furloughed, or he gets demoted, what usually happens to her love? It's conditional. So she usually divorces him, or she'll leave, or she'll cheat. And a lot of wives usually cheat on guys with who? Guys who don't have a job. When her husband out working and giving her that good life that she says she wants, and he's loyal, she's usually cheating with the guy who has no job, who lives here, right? That's because women fall in love differently than us men. So if you'd ask a girl and she says, so why do you love your boyfriend? And if she says, I don't know, something about him, that's the type of love and answer you want. You don't want that conditional type of answer, because when things run out and you lose all you have, or you start to dip in your productivity or all this stuff, guess what's going to happen? That love, that affection, that sex you're getting, it's going to dip as well. If you want a woman to fall in love with you, understand this. You have to be aloof. You have to be distant. You have to be selfish. Just think about it. All the nice guys in this world, and you're telling me all these women are single out of all these nice guys? that are there for them, that are able to provide and love them and give them a nice life. All these women are single and alone. You know why they're single and alone? Is because they want a different type of love. See, the beta, the nice guy, he's just reliable, and that's boring to women, unfortunately. It doesn't matter what race she is, what background. Women respond to a guy who's spontaneous, who hits her up every now and then, who they don't know where he's at, if they don't know who's going to see him again, right? This is how women fall in love, because their love is like a fantasy, right? It's not like us men do A, B, C, and then, okay, she loves me. Or a woman does loyal, she's caring, she gives them good sex. Okay, I love her. Women, when you ask them, they just can't, I don't know why I love that guy. I don't know why I was with that guy for so long. And then when you try to come into the picture and say, okay, I'll treat you better. I won't be like that guy, your ex-boyfriend. He was just a guy who had no job. He was lazy. I'll take care of you. What usually happens when you try to do the opposite of who she used to love? She rejects you. She puts you in a friend zone. She gives you 2 to 3 months tops. The sex isn't that as passionate. She'll most likely say something like, I don't know, this is just not working out. I don't know this. And you're like, but I'm better than your ex-boyfriend. I'm better than that guy you were with. And she's like, I want to be with him. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, you see what I'm saying? So women's logic is different. They run on emotions 100%. Okay. The way they do things and who they choose to be with, just understand they don't even know why they're with that guy. They're just with him because he's fun and hey, she just chose him. This is why when you ask a girl, so the ex-boyfriend, he went to jail a few times, or you know, he doesn't have a job right now. Why were you with the guy who didn't have much or who didn't really care about you? And you try to say, I can care about you, I can do all these different things. And then she does you dirty. And usually she'll continue to cheat on you with the guy who did nothing. Matter of fact, if that guy was to come back into her life while you two are together, she'll leave you just like that. See, their love is sick. It's illogical, but it's just facts. Okay? So when you want a woman to fall in love with you, just know there's no blueprint. There's no step-by-step and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. This is how she'll love me. Okay. And there's no timetable. But if you really want some sort of treatment to get her to really get attached to you, the answer is be selfish. That's what all her ex-boyfriends had. That's who the guy who she really loves, he is selfish. He's a guy who's a player. He's a guy who's not reliable. He's a guy who's there one moment, gone the next, because that's what women want. They want that stimulation. The nice guy, unfortunately, is too reliable and he doesn't stimulate those emotions. It's unfortunate for a lot of men, but it's the truth. Bad boys, guys who are over here, guys who do this, guys who do their own thing, guys who are focused on themselves. That's why we always talk about purpose. Women go for those guys. They go for guys who other women want. So this is how women fall in love with the guy. If you want a woman to go crazy for you and get attached to you, just understand, don't try to get her attached. Don't try to worry about, okay, does she love me? Do you love me? Don't worry about that. All you have to do is relax, hang out, have a good time, and over time, like I use the cake and the turkey analogy, over time, she will become attached to you and she will fall in love with you.